welcome to the Vintage Girl Next Door. My name is Laci, and today we are going to do another closet tour. So today we are focusing on my true vintage wardrobe from the 1950s. So I did split it up into two different groups. We're gonna do true vintage 1950s dresses, and then another video will be my 1950s separates. After the first episode of my closet tour where I showed you my 30s, 40s, 60s, I had a lot of questions about how to date garments and how to tell what era they're from. So that's going to be a separate video. I'm working on it. It will come. Until then, just hang in there with me. I know that that is a question, and I will do my best to answer it in a video to come. So even still, I feel like this is going to be a long one. So maybe grab yourself a cup of tea and get comfortable and we'll get right into the dresses. First up is this gorgeous early 1950s piece. It is so beautiful. Unfortunately, this one is quite delicate and I probably won't be able to wear it anymore without some serious reinforcement because it has a lot of like little strains and little seam rips and holes. It's just a delicate fabric. This one I bought at a consignment store and I fell in love with it. It's beautiful. I love the waistline detail with the two pleats on each side. It does have pockets, thumbs up for the pockets. It has these beautiful appliques. They are removable. I've had this one a while. I've worn it a handful of times and it just got to be pretty stressful on the fabric. If I can repair it and wear it more, I will. If not, I am happy to still just have it hang in my closet as a piece of history because it is beautiful. Next up is this lovely silver lurex piece. This, I believe, was a costume of some kind. I'm not really sure. I thrifted this one. I believe I paid $4 for it. It has beautiful kind of like rhinestone buttons. And if you have seen my vintage Elsa, then you will have seen this dress before I wore it for that fun little vintage princess recreation. Yeah, this is a really, really special one. I love the sparkles. Next up is this amazing wiggle dress with the most epic of all the epic collars that you have seen. I wore this one in my Wicked Witch of the West video for Halloween. So yeah, this is a fun one. It was given to me by my mom. She got it at a consignment shop here in town. So yeah, this is a cool one. Next up is another thrifted dress. This one, red with the polka dots. I love the billowy sleeves. I love the bust detail on this one. This one I believe I paid $4 for, and I have worn it for Valentine's Day looks. I have also worn it for Halloween when I did a scary clown look. So versatile. Unfortunately, this one is quite faded, and then it also has some color bleed into like the white with the polka dots. It's turned rather pink. I don't really know how to go about fixing that, but I still think it's a wearable piece and I still think it's really cute. Next up is another thrifted dress. I paid $4 for this one as well. It is a really pretty kind of like flower brocade fabric, and it also has these gorgeous little rhinestone details around at the waist. I think this one looks really pretty for like Christmas looks because I feel like these almost look like poinsettias, and it's kind of like a gold tone to it, but it just has, that's the thing I love about vintage, is all the special little details that make it unique. Next up is this amazing Paradise Hawaii vintage sarong dress. This one was a epic thrift find. If you've seen my thrift hauls, you will have seen this before. I will link those in the eye in case you have not seen my thrift hauls. You're gonna want to check those videos out. I'll link them for you. But yeah, I wore this on, it was just like perfect timing. I wore it on vacation to Hawaii and I love this one. It's the softest cotton and it is just gorgeous on. So yeah, this one is a favorite. Also, I love bright colors, and so this one is speaking to me. Next up is this beautiful turquoise Jonathan Logan. It's a two-piece set. There is the dress part, which is kind of like a sundress look, and then the jacket that goes over it. My favorite part about this is the diagonal buttons on the jacket. So cute and so pretty. I found this one on Etsy, and it's been years now, so I'm not even sure the shop. I still love it. I still wear it. Yeah, it's great. Next up is this another pretty turquoise dress with this pretty lace detail down the front. This one is a vintage 50s Western dress. It says Levine's Western Wear. And this one I found at an antique store, but I did get a good deal on it because I bought it with a few other dresses that she had. This one I have worn as a fun Disney bound for an Alice in Wonderland look. I thought that it was perfect for that. I met Alice in Epcot wearing this dress. It was a wonderful moment and we twirled. So there you go. Yeah, this is a fun one. I have had to restore this one quite a bit. The skirt was coming off. I had to replace the zipper and do a little bit of kind of restoration on it, but it's still totally wearable. I still love it. It's a fun one. Next up is this beautiful yellow sheer dress. This one I found at a vintage clothing store. It is gorgeous. It has, I'll try to show you, it has the most beautiful novelty print of these lovely ladies in gowns. So pretty. Unfortunately, this one is super delicate too, obviously, because it's such thin sheer fabric, and it's a little bit small, so I've only worn this one once, honestly. If I don't feel like I'm gonna end up fitting into it anymore, then I will put it on my closet Instagram page. Stuff's coming on that page, I promise you. It's just been crazy lately, and so I have not been able to post anything yet, but I will. It's so pretty. Maybe it will fit again someday. Next up is this beautiful blue floral dress. This one is special. I got it from the original owner, and it is the sweetest lady. She's real spunky. She is my uncle's next door neighbor, and she has saved these from when she wore them when she was a girl. So very cool. Here's the tag. It says it's a Pulitzer Prize winner. I agree. This dress is so pretty. It's a little bit big, but I have a belt that goes with it, so I just cinch it in with the belt and wear it as is, and I love it. This one, I've worn it for Easter before. It is just so flowy and pretty, and I love it. Next up is this lovely plaid. It is Elaine Terry, California, with the matching belt. And this one, unfortunately, is a little small at the moment as well. Guys, I don't know about you, but this quarantine life is it's getting to me. No, it's totally fine. It's normal. It happens. We're good. I love the collar on this one. This big lapel with kind of like a wider neck is so pretty on. I love that it has the matching belt, the covered buttons. It's just great. It has pockets. So yeah, this is a favorite. I'm hoping that I can maybe fit into it again and hang on to it. It's just like one of those classic silhouettes of the 50s that I love. Next up is this gorgeous green velvet wiggle. This one I thrifted. It was a recent find towards the end of 2019. I wore it for a Christmas party. It is so pretty on. It has this really cool like ruching over the bust area that is just very flattering. This was a lucky one. I think it was either $4 or $6. I can't remember exactly, but either way, a steal because it is just so good. Next up is this lovely navy dress. This one was given to me by my friend. It belonged to her grandmother, so super special. It does have this very cool kind of like waffle cotton on the one pocket and on the collar. And this one also came with its own belt. It's very stretchy, which is very nice. And yeah, the label says Baines, Las Vegas. Very cool and also just special. I always am just so humbled when people give me family pieces that belong to their relatives. I feel like that is so special and so wonderful, and I just treasure these pieces so much. So yeah, this one is a good one, and I actually haven't worn it for a while. I think I need to do that. This is another special one. This was given to me by the original owner, and I bought several pieces from her that are in my collection of True Vintage, which is so wonderful. And one day I was at the thrift store and I ran into her and I was wearing her dress, and it was just so fun, and she was really excited about it. So yeah, very cool. This one has a zip front fashion. I love the big flowy full skirt of this one. It's super pretty on and super special because it came from my friend. Next up is this super pretty black lace with a very full circle skirt. It has these pretty bow details on the back. And this one is from Gay Gibson. And I found this one at the thrift store. In fact, it was so sweet. I was in the thrift store shopping, and one of the ladies that volunteers there came out from the back room holding this one, and she's like, "Oh good, you're still here. I wanted to see, I found this vintage dress and I thought you would like it." And I was like, "Yes, I do, and I will buy it right now." I can't remember, but I think I ended up paying like $8 for it, but it's in perfect condition. So excited. And it was just so sweet that she saw it in the back room and thought of me and hurried came out and found me. So yeah, awesome. Next up is this amazing plaid shirt dress. This one is one of my favorite ever thrift finds, I think. I paid $4 for it. It's super soft, like beautiful cotton. I always get so many compliments whenever I wear this dress. Like, I don't know, at first glance the colors are kind of but I love it. This dress is so pretty. It has beautiful full pleated skirt. It's just gorgeous. This was such a lucky find. Like, I just am in love with it, basically. Next up is a very recent thrift find. In fact, I think it was like my last trip thrifting before all of the stores closed and everything. Super lucky one. Like how pretty. It is a kind of like a linen material wiggle dress, but it has these little pearls details and then these little appliques and then a satin sash. It is gorgeous. It fits pretty much perfect, which thumbs up. Yeah, in fact, I haven't even taken the tag off. $4, True Vintage, gorgeousness. Next up is this really cute red and green plaid. I usually wear this one around Christmas time or holidays, and this one was a gift from my husband because I saw it in the store and I was like, "Oh, I saw this dress but I didn't get it, I don't know." And then the next day he got the dress. This is a fun one for holidays. It is wool, I believe, and it's probably about like a 6 or 7 on the itchy scale. So that kind of puts a damper, but I just make sure and wear like a little, like an undershirt and stuff like that under it, and that definitely helps. Next up is another super recent thrift find. I found this on the same thrifting trip as that other dress, just right here before the stores closed. $4. It is a really pretty gray and blue plaid. It has pockets. I like the wide neckline. This one is, I mean, it's in a little bit kind of rough shape. It looks its age a little bit, but that doesn't really bother me. I think it's pretty. I will still wear it. I'm gonna see if I can find a pretty blue belt that will match the shots of blue in this. I think it will really look cute. Next up is this pretty kind of tan and brown houndstooth kind of looking. The label says Manford. It is more of a wiggle dress. This is a very early thrift. It's one of the first true vintage that I found at the thrift store. And it has a really cool kind of like a tie, like a little sash thing right here in the front that is really pretty. Yeah, this was just special because it was one of my first true vintage thrift finds. And I got super excited when I first found it. I hadn't found any vintage at the thrift store before, and it was a special day. Next up is this lovely blue cocktail dress. This one is very Betty Draper Mad Men to me. She has a dress very similar to this one. If I can find a little shot of it, I'll put it in for you. But it's super pretty. It has the underlayer printed the same, and then this flowy, super flowy, pretty fabric on top. I need to steam it and see if I can get the tails on the bow to kind of lay a little bit better, but I love it. It was a gift from her friend. So sweet of her. And I also have another friend that has the exact same dress. So cool. So like vintage twins doesn't happen very often. So very cool. Next up is another one that was from the original owner. This is from my uncle's neighbor, same as that blue floral. And I love this one. It kind of has like a harlequin print. It's so pretty. The colors, they're so bright and so vibrant. After 60 plus years of washing and wearing, like this dress is still this beautiful. Like, you know that is good quality, really pretty fabric. Here's the label. It says Serban. It says 100% imported cotton. It has pockets. I cannot overstate my love of pockets in dresses. It's just ideal. This one, I get a lot of wear out of it. It's so comfortable. It's such like an easy just like put on and go type of a dress. So I would say this is one of my favorites for sure. Next up is another favorite. This beautiful turquoise has kind of like some wheat or something printed on. I love the waistline of this. It's super flattering. On the back has some bow details. It has a built-in kind of crinoline in this. It has kind of like built-in netting, like crinoline. It is a super full flowy skirt. It's just so pretty, you guys. I wore it in a recent video. I actually purchased this one on Etsy. I bought it for my In the Know video, which I know many of you have seen. That was what I originally bought this dress for. I love it. It's one of my more expensive purchases. I paid $75 for this dress. I think it is absolutely worth it because it is gorgeous. And I usually don't spend that much, honestly, on my vintage. I find 90% of it thrifting, which is great, but I feel like that evens out if I have like maybe one splurge a year and just buy a really like more special piece online. Then I feel justified in doing that, where everything else is $6 or $4. It's cool. Okay, the end is in sight. Are you still with me? Comment below if you're still here. So next up is this sunny yellow, beautiful shirt dress. This one is a Haybrook classic. It came with its original belt, which is this pretty tie. Super soft, beautiful cotton. I love the double collar, very cool detail. This is one of my favorites. In fact, it's in my favorite dresses video that I know a lot of you have seen. This one was thrifted, $4, $6, something around there. And it's in such good shape. I love yellow. It's such a happy color. I love to wear it. And yeah, this one gets a lot of wear. Next up is this lovely tan lace with rhinestones. This one has a really cool like drop waist detail with the pleating on the waist, and it makes it really flattering. This one's really, really pretty. Where the color's kind of muted, I don't tend to gravitate towards neutrals as much. I'm all about the bright colors, but the design of this one is so pretty. It doesn't need a bright color to stand out. So yeah, this one was thrifted, $4. forgot that I really like this one. Next up is this pretty green plaid, green and brown plaid. It is a moto day. It's kind of a wiggle dress. It does have pockets, ideal. And this one I like to wear kind of more in the fall and winter time, just because it is wool. And so it's quite a bit warmer, and just the color palette of it reminds me of fall and winter. This one also does rate rather high on the itchy scale because of the fabric, so I usually just wear like a good undershirt and a slip under it, and it works. Next dress I'm actually wearing is this really pretty purple dress. It has huge pockets. I mean, could put a lot of stuff in there, I think. This is a recent eBay purchase. I have been on the hunt for purple. Purple is harder to find in vintage for some reason, so I've been on the lookout for some good purple dresses. This one I really like. It is a little bit faded. I may dye it in the future, maybe, but I don't mind the pastel purple color, honestly. I think it's really pretty. Bring on the purple dresses. If you guys have any hookups with some good purple vintage, send it my way. Last up on the Vintage 50s dress tour is this beautiful gray pinstripe dress. It is from Miles and Miles Sacramento is what the label says. I love the cut of this dress. It is such a classic 50s cut. I love it so much. The top, the waist has buttons all the way down. It's a little bit longer, which I really like. Skirt, so pretty. This one was actually gifted to me by an online shop on Instagram. I will link it below for you. They have beautiful dresses. It's vintage dead stock, which means it was never purchased, which, how is that even possible with this gorgeous dress? But it has the original price tag on it. So I have not removed this tag, you guys, because it's sewn in. Like it's sewn in and it's just really cool, so I didn't want to take it off. So I'll show you. The tag says Eastman number 502, size 14, price $19.95. It's one of my favorites that I've gotten in this last year. I love it. And I wore that dress recently in my home tour video. So if you missed that, I will link it for you in the eye so you can check that out and see the dress in action. We made it. We did it together. I showed you the 50s dresses. And I sure hope that you had fun. I know it was a lot. This is probably going to be a very long video, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I will continue the wardrobe tour, and next probably will be 1950 separates. So look forward to that coming soon. And if you have not subscribed already, please do so. I would love to have you around for more of our vintage fun. I've also recently had a lot of questions about whether or not I have a PO box, and I do. So I will go ahead and leave that in the description. No pressure to send me anything, obviously, but I did have questions, so I thought that I would make sure that you knew that yes, I do have one. Thank you again for being here, and if you liked this wardrobe tour, please give it a like. I sure appreciate that. It helps me out. I hope you are all safe and well wherever you are in the world, and thank you for being here, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!